Welcome back, friends. I'm Tina from It's a Wonderful Plan. Today I will be sharing the planner that I have put together for myself for CPC 25, my top 5 tips, and more. Let's first start out with answering what is CPC. It's Chicago Planner Conference, and this year it's November 7th through the 9th, and it is coming up really fast. So this will be my 4th time attending, and I'm so excited to see my planner friends and make new ones. So please let me know if you will be attending. Drop that down in the comments. I would love to meet you in real life. And if you see me, please feel welcome to come up and say hi and introduce yourself. Every year, I like to use items from official shops designed specifically for the conference. So as I share the items with you, I will also be sure to share the shop that I purchased the items from. This year, I'm excited that Live Love Posh will be there. I am an affiliate of them, and if you do decide to purchase anything, I greatly appreciate if you use my affiliate link, which you can find down below in the description, along with a code that will save you 10%. All right, so as I mentioned throughout the video, I will be sharing my top 5 tips, and we're going to kick it off with tip number 1. Don't bring your planner. A smaller option or maybe a notebook specifically for the conference is a better choice, because even though it's a planner conference, there is no time to plan. It is like a packed schedule from like the minute we get there for registration until we leave. There's so many different events that are part of the conference itself. There are a couple of options there for additional workshops if you chose those. And there's a vendor marketplace, so there's going to be lots of shopping. And of course, spending time with our planner friends. So it is a very packed weekend, and honestly, I never plan. I never plan while I'm there because we're already doing a lot of hands-on things with workshops, with make and takes, and just shopping at the vendor marketplace and looking at maybe new shops or visiting your favorite shops. So there's just a lot going on. So I recommend for you to not bring your planner, especially if it's a large planner. I personally like to set up a planner specific for the conference, and my favorite size to use is an A5 disc-bound planner. I like to get super crafty with it and design the layouts that work best for me. So I'm going to be sharing the details of how I have set up my planner. I have it right here, but to start out with, I do have a stack of items here that I used from Live Love Posh to set up my planner, and I used this specific sticker book that they designed for Chicago Planner Conference. I love this book. It is awesome. I have already used, as you can see, a lot of the items in here, and I will definitely be using more. And then I also used Functionally Noir from Live Love Posh. This is a really good book because it has a lot of there's quotes back here, and then there's some functional boxes in here, but there's also a lot of letters in here. So the alphabet stickers, some date stickers, there's days of the week, there's month stickers. So this is just a really good book that I like to use when I need to set things up specifically that are like my own setup. They're not already dated. And then I love using the dot grid paper. So I use the A5 filler paper from them, again, in the A5 size. I also used some washi tape. So Live Love Posh has 2 sets of this black and white washi tape. There is a skinny set, and then there is a thicker set here. So I just have mine housed on these rings, and it's super convenient for me, and I hang them in my office. So that's the reason why I have these on the rings. They don't come this way, okay? So they come in cute little boxes, actually. I'm going to come over here to my planner, and I have my cover here and these pink discs, and those are also from Live Love Posh. And I do have a separate video with a detailed flip through of the Chicago Planner sticker book and options for covers, inserts, and discs to create your own planner. I'll be sure to link that video for you down below, and you can go ahead and take a look and see what else the shop has that will coordinate with the colors from the Chicago Planner Conference. I also used some printable inserts in this planner from Lights Planner Action, and I'll be sure to point those out to you as I flip through here. And I also love using these combos. I'm going to share these with you right now because if I don't, I will probably forget, and I don't want to do that. So I have found that these four colors match really well with the colors of the Chicago Planner Conference. So I want to make sure to share these colors with you, the numbers, so that way if you want to pick them up yourself, you can do that. I'm going to actually hold them up here and you could do like a screenshot and you could see the numbers that I use here. And hopefully you could see those 761, 800, 772, and 817. So these are perfect for if you like to add like highlighters in your planners the way that I like to. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. So I have the quilted black cover here. This is the option that I chose. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do until I had like everything all put together. As I mentioned, I used the dot grid paper and I used the stickers from the sticker book to add in all of the decor on these pages. I'm going to actually have the book here to the side so that way I can refer to it as I need to. So I like to have a nice cover page to start off with, and I love the way that this came together, and I like the way that it matches perfectly, of course, with the cover and then the pink discs. Before I go any further, I do want to point out that this cover does have some little pockets here, which are really nice and convenient for putting things like contact cards in here. Now let's talk about contact cards for just a moment while I am bringing them up. The contact cards that I ordered from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop. I love her contact cards. She hand illustrates everything, and she has like a nice assortment of contact cards that you can choose from. They're already pre-designed, and then you give her a picture if you choose, and of course like whatever saying you want to have on your card, and she will go ahead and put that on there. So I love these. This is the new one that I got from this year. This is one that I had ordered previously, and she does have some specifically designed for the conference. I personally like to use the ones that are more evergreen because that way I can hand them out wherever I'm at. They're not like specific to a particular event. I did get the Chicago Planner Conference ones, I think, one year that she had put them out. So, and I know she has them again for this year. And JoJo will be also in the vendor marketplace along with Live Love Posh and Lights Planner Action. And there's another shop here that I got something from that I will share with you later on. I get a little ahead of myself sometimes. But anyway, I wanted to stop and point out that you could easily keep your contact cards in this pocket. This is the deeper pocket. These other pockets are a little bit more shallow, but you could definitely fit them in if you turn them this way, and you could see how they stick out. So just wanted to share that option with you. And of course, the contact cards. Now, I'm not sure if you have enough time at this point to order the contact cards. And I don't know if she has like a order and pick up at the conference option. I have no idea. I'm just sharing with you what I ordered for myself. So any details, please go to JoJo's shop. I will be sure to link her shop down below. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. I'm just a big admirer of her shop. So, but yes, be sure to check her out. And this is a little pouch that I actually got. I think I got it from a long time ago. I think it might be from Simply Gilded. I just love this. It's super cute. It's super like convenient for me, and I've used it for all of my conferences. It just works really well. So find yourself a little pouch to put your contact cards in. I like to alternate mine so that way I have them stacked in here, and then I can hand them out a lot easier than if they're all stacked like this. So if you like kind of do a little prep work, I would alternate them and then find a little pouch or envelope or someplace to keep them. And then that way, something with color is nice too, because then you can find it easier. All right, let's keep moving on, looking at the planner here. So I decorated the back page as well. Now, this is a page from Lights Planner Action. She has these planner conference planners inserts that you can either purchase and she will ship them to you, or you can opt to get the printable option. I have been getting the printable option. I love her uh, memory keepers, her conference books. They have worked out really well for me. And the reason I like the printable option is because then I'm able to print the pages that I think are going to work best for my setup. Like I already know how I like to set up my planners, the way that it works best for me. So I know like what pages I'm going to want to put in here. I've gone to enough conferences at this point to like, I already know that. So that's why I like to share things with you. I love her items. Again, I'm not an affiliate or anything like that, but I will link her shop down below so you can go ahead and find her easily. And she will also be at the Chicago Planner Conference. So make sure you check out her booth as well. All right, so here is the one insert that I have from her. And then this one right here is also from her, but I changed it around. I made it work for myself. So I did use my Tombow highlighters to color that in. And then of course I added in stickers, and I added in some stickers down here as well. This book is super useful. There's a lot of information in here, and you will see it as I flip through my planner in action already. So I live in Chicago. I don't have to fly in. So that's the reason why I have like kind of changed this format around. The only thing I need to worry about is transportation there, which I'm just going to take a Lyft. It's nice and easy for me. I am close to O'Hare Airport, if you're familiar with the city at all. So I just have to go downtown, which is not far at all. I don't have to get on a plane. So I love that. So my packing and prepping is definitely going to be different from those of you that have to get on a plane or a train, or if you're driving, that's great because you can load up your car. Getting on a plane, I feel like that's the one where you really have to watch like what you're packing. All right, so I want to talk about tip number 2. I put these little notes in here because I did not want to forget, because I'm a rambler. I'll start to ramble and I will forget to talk about the important things that I want to talk about. So tip number 2 is bring an extra bag. You will have lots to bring home. You will have swag, and of course, anything that you purchase from the marketplace. I guarantee you extra suitcase is the way to go. Now, I will pack like a suitcase inside of a suitcase. I've done that before when I've flown to other conferences, and you check it. Obviously, you have to check that bag, and then you have your carry-on, and then you have your personal item if you're flying. But having an extra suitcase or an extra bag is going to be really, really beneficial for you. They do have an option at the hotel where you can ship your items to yourself. So that might be a good option for you. So, but that is definitely tip number 2. Very, very important. All right. And then on this page, I created a planners to meet page. And I just want to make sure that I have a list of all of my friends that, of course, I want to see and hug and, hopefully spend a little bit of time with them. And of course, I want to meet new people as well. So I'm going to fill that out. This next section here is dot grid paper. Is this, whoops, I got ahead of myself. Yeah, this is a dot grid page. And on the back side of this is an insert that I got from Lights Planner Action. And I just cut this, created a pocket here for myself to put receipts in. And here is my budget page. And I love this budget page. It's got really everything you need, and then it's got extra lines back here. I left the back of this blank because I figure I could jot notes down there if I need to. This page is for my outfit plans. I highly recommend creating a outfit plan page. Figure out what you want to wear. Day 1, day 2, day 3. I have 4 days here because I'm actually arriving at the hotel on Thursday. The conference is from Friday and ends Sunday afternoon, but I am going to get there Thursday because I'm going to spend some time with some planner friends. So I'm super excited about that. All right, let's move on. Okay, and then I have a page here that is designated for Tablemate gifts. And as you could see throughout here, I have things that are highlighted, and that's where I use my Tombow highlighters, okay? Tablemate gifts are not required. You do not have to bring them. What are they, you might ask? They are gifts that you give to the people that you sit with on Saturday. Okay, so the Tablemate gifts will be exchanged on Saturday. You will need 9 of them because you are the 10th person sitting at the table. If you want to bring them, great. If you don't, great. You are there to enjoy yourself and have a good time. The theme for this year's conference is keep it simple. So let's keep it simple, all right? I do have some Tablemate gifts that I am going to be handing out. Tips for Tablemate gifts can be anything from snacks to like a sticker sheet. I do want to share with you something that JoJo has in her shop, and I think that these are really cute. These are little stickers for Chicago Planner Conference 2025. Keep it simple. And these are just to hand out. And they're sold in packages, I think, of 10, one to keep for yourself and 9 to hand out. And it's just really like a cute little way to just hand that out to people at the table. It's got here, it was great sitting with you at the Chicago Planner Conference. Isn't that sweet? I thought that these were so cute that she has these in the shop. So I, of course, picked these up for my Tablemate gifts, and I'll be putting that in with the other items that I picked up. If you are going to do a Tablemate gift, make sure you put your name in it. People are going to want to know who they received that gift from. There have been times I've gone to conferences and I get these amazing Tablemate gifts, but there's like no name in there. And maybe that's done on purpose. Maybe people just want to keep themselves anonymous, and that's fine as well. But I always like to just, send a little message, say thank you for, spending some time at the table, and you get to like really have meet new friends at the table that you sit at. So I love that. And that is on the first day. That's on Saturday. All right, let's go back to our checklist here. So I just set mine up for 2 weeks to go, 1 week of things to buy. And these inserts right here, these are from Lights Planner Action, along with the packing list. Whoop, I'm going to take this out because I'm going to be talking about tip number 3 in a moment. So the packing list, all of the stickers are from Live Love Posh. Like I said, I got them all from this sticker book, and she has got so much stuff here. Like, you are not going to forget anything. Like, she really covers everything in here, to like your planner bag, your conference bag. Remember to bring your planner. Remember to bring your contact cards. So there's all kinds of things in here. Tip number 3 is wear comfy clothes and shoes. Think layers so you can add if you're too cold or take off if you're too hot. Always bring like a sweater to put on over. I personally am always cold, and the conference rooms tend to run cool because there are a lot of people. So they're going to keep the rooms cool because they want people to be comfortable. And cooler is always comfortable than being too hot. Okay, at least for me. And I think that probably stands true for most people. Now, of course, the weather, who knows what it's going to be like, honestly, because we had 80 degrees like 2 weeks ago. So who the heck knows? It could be snowing. I do not know. I would check it the closer that you get to the date and just plan accordingly. But you can never go wrong with layers. So definitely think layers, and make sure you're wearing comfortable shoes. It's really important. You're going to be doing a lot of walking around, and you want to be comfortable. Always be comfortable. All right, so let's keep moving here. And I think that is kind of it for like the pre-planning part of it. I do have the insert in here. I printed this out. CPC is extremely organized. Like, their organizers are amazing. They spend so much time organizing and making this event really just run so smoothly. It is so well thought out. Like, it is beautifully, beautifully planned. So I don't know if anybody from the conference organization is watching this, but thank you. I want to thank you for your amazing hard work, because you guys really, really work hard to give us an amazing experience. Like I said, this will be my number 4, and I've loved every single one of them. So this right here is what I printed out that they had given us. So I just put that in my planner. That was for choosing tables, ranking tables. And there's also a workbook, which I did not get a chance to print out. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that yet, but we'll see what happens. I still have a few weeks before the conference, but all right, now we are moving into like the days of the conference itself. So I have this page, which this one is from Light's Planner Action, and her printables, that's why I like the printables, have like these cute little like pages that look like envelopes. So what I like to do is I like to print the pages that I'm going to use and then print extra pages to create like pockets and so forth. So this is another pocket that I created where of course you could tuck in any contact cards or anything that you receive from anybody. You have like little pockets in here to put them in. So that's what I like to do for myself. Now we are going into the actual itinerary. Again, I am going to be there a day early. So that's why it says Thursday. And that's the reason why I have this set up starting with Thursday. So I need to have a timeline. That's just who I am. I work better that way. I need to have a timed out page where I can say, okay, this is what time I need to get up, be ready by, and everything that's going on for the day. So that's the reason why I created this little timeline on the side here. And then I also have some fun pages that I'll be able to journal in for whatever I do for Thursday. I try to do it at the end of the day because if I don't, then I won't. That's just who I am. You might be different. You might be great with going back and journaling things, but I'm not. Once that day is gone, it's pretty much gone, and I generally don't go back to it unless it's like a couple days. Then I can go back, but I already know myself. I try to do it that same night. All right, I'm going to flip over and I have a couple of more pages here. So if I want to add in pictures or whatever I'd like to do here, just really like a nice creative pages that I put together for myself. Here is Friday, and I have the same thing, but Friday is the kickoff of the conference. So I have put in different things that I already know the time frame for, and I have that filled in here already. And I have a note here for myself for tip number 4. Tip number 4 is to keep hydrated and plan meals ahead, especially on Saturday lunch. I'm going to talk about that in just a moment, but this is a very packed weekend. So the registration on Friday starts at 2. The vendor marketplace opens at 4. And then there is a blind book swap at 6 and make and takes for myself. Everybody's got different times for make and takes at 7. And then there is sip and shop from 7 till 9. So that is a packed afternoon. And I have to fit in there like, when am I going to eat? I have to eat, right? So it's really, really important for you to like make sure that you are keep being hydrated and you're planning your meals. Let's look at the pages here for Friday, and then we'll talk a little bit about Saturday because I did put a little note about your Saturday lunch. You really want to plan that. Okay, so these are just pages I have set up to make notes in here for my make and takes, and I want to make sure that I visit certain shops, the vendor marketplace, so I have a page for that set up in here. Now we are on to Saturday. All right, so this is where my planner is still filled out as far as like the pages, but it's not completely done yet. I have to finish my own planner. Um, it's just been really busy, and I wanted to share as much as I possibly had set up with you as soon as I possibly could. So that way, it's giving you time to set up your own planner. And if you order, then get it, relatively right away and still have some time to play with it before you set, before the conference is actually here. So Saturday, I just started from 6 a.m. So there's a coffee reception. Then there's the general session at 10. And that goes, I believe, until noon. So you have an hour and a half break from noon till 1:30, which is the first workshop. This is really important that you plan what you're going to eat. It gets really busy. It's a very big hotel. It's not the only conference that's happening. And you want to make sure that you eat because you're going to go from the workshop 1, and then you're going to go to workshop 2. And then you're going to have some time in here, to have dinner. But lunchtime for me is so important. Like, I absolutely need to eat lunch at like noon. So, That's why I say it's really important for you to plan ahead, pack snacks as you need to, and of course, you know yourself best. So do what you know is going to be best for you. Like I said, I know that I need to have something. I start to get hangry, and it is not good. And I definitely don't want to be hangry, especially at the conference when I'm with all of my planner friends and we're having a great time. But once that hungry sets in, I am like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and it is not a good situation. So I just wanted to make sure that I shared that with you. Also, keeping hydrated. I know everybody's likes their big tumblers. I personally am not a fan of the big tumbler because honestly, I don't want to lug around a big tumbler. You're going to be carrying a lot of stuff, right? You're going to have like your planner bag and your handbag and like the swag that you get. I personally don't like to carry a big tumbler around, just generally. Anyway, that's just not who I am. So mine is small, but it works because I can refill it. There's plenty of like water there where you can refill it. So just make sure you're hydrated and plan your meals. All right, let's keep looking here. And I decided to design a few waterfall tabs because I love these. And yes, you can do that with a disc bound planner. You just have to like line up the pages and then lay things down. So I have these all set up where I'm going to journal here for whoever the speakers are, and just really anything else. I've got a lot of pages, but I am fine with that because they're also shorter pages. And I'm a big note taker. I will take a lot of notes while the speakers are presenting because they're amazing speakers. And I just get so like re-energized by listening to their stories. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful time. There is a page here that is from Lights Planner Action. Again, it's all part of that same planner. Okay. They're not all separate pages. It's all the same planner that has a page for Tablemates Day 1. And this is a great page to just take out. I saw somebody do this, by the way, at a conference. This was not my idea. Take the page out and pass it around to your tablemates and have them put their name and their handle on here. And then that way you know who you sat with. Because there's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on. This is a great place if you take a group picture. You could put that down there. Really, really like this page. All right, on the back here, I have the CPC rodeo, so that way I can journal and add some pictures in here for that. Now we're on to Sunday. Again, the same timeline. If you notice, I have the same setup like for every day. I'm very consistent with things. So this is where you could see I really have not finished decorating these pages yet, but again, I just wanted to share the majority of this planner, the functionality of it with you, so that way you can, possibly set up your own notebook or your own planner for yourself. That way you just get some ideas. So I have these pages in here. Some of them are just blank, like the dot grid page that I have in here. And then these right here are the ones from that pack from Lights Planner Action. And again, she has one here for Tablemates Day 2. So that way you can do the same thing. Day 1, you are assigned the table, and that's the table that is going to have your swag that you chose from. So if you're going to the conference and they had you fill out that little insert, I'm going to go back here for a second, that insert for the table ranking, you will find out when you get to the conference, when you get to your table, who is sponsoring your table and what table you got based on your top, oh, I was going to say top 10, but it's top 15, top 15 choices. So you will be seated at one of those if you fill this out. Okay. So I like that they keep it very organized by you actually being able to choose what table you would like to sit at. And they also have that element of surprise, keeping that when you actually get to the conference and you see the table, and it's so fun and exciting, and it's really fun to walk around and see how everybody else has set up their tables as well. All right. Now we're going back here and looking at the rest of these pages that I put in here. So as I said, I still need to decorate them, but I do have them set up nicely here. And then these are some more like pocket pages that I cut out and created pockets with. And I just like having a lot of pockets because you'd be surprised the things that you like get handed and you want to put them somewhere. And it's a really convenient place to have like pockets made already in your little planner. All right, we are at the end of the planner here. I've got tip 5, and I already gave away that I have some bonus tips to talk to you about, but we're going to talk about those in just a moment. Let me put that here so I don't forget. All right, tip number 5. This is the most important tip that I have to share with you. Stay in the moment and have fun. All right, stay in the moment, have fun, be present, and you will have a wonderful time. And don't be shy. Feel free to like do things out of your comfort zone. This is the time to do things out of your comfort zone. It is a positive environment. We are all there to share our love of planners, of pens, journaling, stickers, and all of the things. And we are your people. So you will have a great time. Just have fun and stay in the moment. It's so important. Take the pictures that you want to take, but don't get so caught up in getting that perfect shot. Make sure that you are spending your time with people and meeting new people and meeting the people you've been wanting to meet and taking pictures with those people, that type of thing. But just have a lot of fun with it. There's so much to do, there's so much to see, and it can feel a little overwhelming. Um, but I think you're going to have a great time if you are going for your very first time. And I would love to meet you. So please be sure, if you see me, come up to me, say hi, introduce yourself, and I will be so excited to meet you. I promise. Okay. So those are my 5 tips for you for attending the conference. And then we're going to finish this up here with the back page of the planner. And again, from Lights Planner Action. So I'll be sure to link her shop down below. And she does have a section specifically for Chicago Planner Conference that you can search and take a look at. And I also want to share with you, before I forget, I have a few items here to the side. I've already shared with you the items that I've gotten from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop. So we talked about her. We did talk about Lights Planner Action, but I also wanted to point out that she also sells blackout paper, which is so fun. And she does have this pack. So I ordered this one ahead of time. Now, this one, of course, is not a printable. It is something that you would have to order and pick up, and she is going to be there. So I would assume, I shouldn't assume, but I'm thinking she would probably have this there available for you to purchase. So just want to give a quick flip through of this because this is some really fun paper. You can use this for really anything that you want, anytime. It's not dated or anything. It is definitely Chicago and planner themed because you will see certain things in here. I love this with the gold foil with the scissors. Isn't that cute? This is a really cute one. It's got all these different like to-do lists, weekly accessories, markers, like all these planner things, right? And then here's like a whole page of like different washi, which is so fun. And look at how I love the gold. The gold is so pretty. And I love that with the alphabet. These are great to use as backdrops for your photos. This one's got brushes on here. This is just a grid. This one's got like planner items. This one's got all things in Chicago. We've got Garrett's Popcorn, Millennium Park, Navy Pier, the Bean, Grant Park, just so many things. Portillo's. Over here, there's just like these little like note papers. I love that. This is so fun with the mixed colors, the gold, and I think it's the silver. Yes, with all the alphabets. Isn't this a cute pack? This is one pack that she sells. And like I said, you can do with this however you choose. Whenever I order from her, I like to get the A5 size. That's the size that I get from Bess. Bess is the creator behind Lights Planner Action. And I like to get it unpunched. So that way I can do with it whatever I choose. This is cute. Planner Friends Forever. And we've got some more planner items. Really, really cute pack. And look at, I'm still turning. This is specific to Chicago with different places in Chicago. And then here is the back. Lights Planner Action. All right. So I love that. Super nice quantity there. And then the next thing I want to share with you is something brand new to me. This is a shop that I just purchased from for the first time, Lauren Phelps Designs. And I ordered this. I ordered one item actually, but within my order, I got this little freebie, which was nice. And this came with this card here. I believe that's how it came. And then look at this. Look at that. Look at how cute those are. There's like this little like accordion. I love it. So these are really cute. I can use these for journaling later, however I want to use these. But she is also going to be at the vendor marketplace. So everybody here is going to be at the vendor marketplace. I'm not sure if everybody is hosting a table. I don't remember. Um, but Lauren Phelps Designs, Lights Planner Action. We've got JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop. And of course, Live Love Posh will be there. So I'm so excited, so super excited. And before I forget, because this is important, I wanted to add these bonus tips for you. Some of these you may already be familiar with if you've visited the city, but these are always good things for you to keep in mind. Okay, so let's get serious. Let's be careful. Okay, always be alert of your surroundings. So important. Know where you are going before you leave the hotel or anywhere. Don't have your head in your phone. Okay, an open phone is an unlocked phone. Okay, remember that. An open phone is an unlocked phone, and grab and runs. Okay, so um, know where you're going, have a plan. If you do need to look at your phone, make sure you're with people, and that way other people are keeping an eye out on what's going on around you. Okay, keep your valuables at home. Okay, only take what you need to take, and don't keep valuables in a backpack. Backpacks, they might be great in certain areas, not for the city. Okay, make sure your bag is under your arm, or wear a crossbody, or put your like money or credit cards, IDs in your pockets. Okay, remember, most importantly, common sense is your best tip. All right, so let's just have a lot of fun, but let's be careful. I'm always very careful. I was born here and I love this city very much. I've been to New York many times as well. And these are just things that I guess if you are come from a large city that you just kind of know. It's just kind of things you know, right? Um, so I wanted to remind everybody, even if you've been to a big city before, maybe it's been a while, it's always good to have reminders. It's always good to have these things to know. And another thing that I want to say is that if you are venturing out of the hotel anywhere, make sure you know where you're going. Make sure that you are being careful about how you get there, because you might want to go to a certain place or certain area of the city, and you might have to travel through another part of the city that may not be that great. Okay. So just be careful. And like I said, common sense is your best tip. All right. So like I said, let's be careful. Let's have fun. And I hope that I get to see you in Chicago. I'm so excited. Putting my planner together, it really kind of like gets me excited, energized, and really ready to go. As you can see, I have a lot of things that I need to fill out in here, which of course I will do, but a lot of things are personal. So I wanted to make sure that I shared this with you before I start filling in all of those things, which I really, really need to do. But for the most part, I think I'll be okay. I have some time yet, but definitely going to get on that as soon as possible. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you do decide to purchase anything from Live Love Posh in particular, I am an affiliate, as I mentioned early on in the video. I do have a discount code for you down below in the description. So make sure that you use the code, save yourself 10%. Order the sticker book. It is amazing. It's got everything in here. I love it. Oh my gosh, I just love it. And set yourself up a little planner for yourself. I have the mini discs on here, by the way, and they work out perfect. It's got everything that I need in here. It's like slim enough. It's a good size. It's not super heavy. But yeah, check out the other video that I have showcasing some of the other items that I recommend that you can use to set up your own planner with. And like I said, I will link that for you down below. And remember to be subscribed to me, hit that notification bell. Of course, I will be sharing my experience there. I will try to share it while I'm there. So if you are on Instagram, please be sure to follow me on Instagram at It's a Wonderful Plan if you are not already. And I'll be sure to share stories, maybe pop on live. We'll see what happens. I try to be spontaneous when I'm there. Don't really plan out too much because I like to live in the moment. I like to be present. And sometimes when you plan out a lot of content ahead of time, kind of takes you out of like the experience. So I try to make sure that I am there enjoying myself while I'm there. I'm so looking forward to it. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you are going. And like I said it a few times, I would love to meet you in real life. Thank you so much for watching this video with me. If you watched this all the way through till the end, leave me a pink heart emoji, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.